know it's sometimes referred to as the game of politics, but I didn't realize it was played out at BC Place Stadium, Rob. I know you're on the campaign trail now. We're into day 3. How's it going?
Yeah, politics is a combat and contact sport, Stacey. The BC Conservatives today, they were really trying to go on the offensive with this new renters rebate, Rustad rebate rather, from John Rustad. But, you know, the NDP were running defensive plays. They were running the blitz. They were going for the interception. That's pretty good. We got that there with the video that they had put out that actually kind of derailed the Conservative event today. The video was John Rustad speaking to some civil servants opposed to the COVID vaccine mandate in June. He says he regrets getting the 3 COVID vaccine shots, and he accused Provincial Health Officer Dr. Bonnie Henry of population control. So then Rustad spent the first half of his event on the defensive instead of talking about what was supposed to be a marquee tax break for his campaign. Frustration, he said, he felt when he made those comments that Dr. Bonnie Henry refusing to keep workers who had not got their vaccines, in fact, firing them, which Rustad said led to those comments. Here's some of the clip and the NDP attack today.
I've had 3 shots of the vaccine. I wish I hadn't. Quite frankly, that's one of the things that's changed in my thinking. The so-called vaccine, the COVID mRNA shots. When I talked to Bonnie Henry about it, I started to realize that it wasn't so much about trying to get herd immunity or trying to stop the spread, but it was more around shaping opinion and control on the population.
You have John Rustad, who says that these are so-called vaccines and is promoting the idea that vaccines don't work, when in fact the COVID vaccine saved so many lives in this province and allowed the global economy to reopen way earlier than it would have otherwise. How will he react to a measles outbreak in British Columbia? What will he say? Will he encourage people to get vaccinated? Measles kills kids. And so these are not minor considerations.
So here's why this is important. We know that the BC NDP are sitting on a treasure trove of attack ads, potential faux pas, misspeaks, wacky candidates when it comes to the BC Conservatives. The expectation here that the War Room is going to repeat this practice throughout the campaign. Stacey, when you see the Conservatives picking up momentum, when you see them on the verge of what could be a popular policy announcement, you're going to see these announcements by the BC NDP that put the party on the defensive, try to change the channel, distract voters. Stacey, trying to lead to that fumble in BC politics. I'm out of football metaphors, but you know how it goes. A back and forth in the campaign today, Stacey.
Absolutely. And Rod, this weekend, John Rustad told you that he thought it was going to be a really ugly campaign on the part of the NDP. Do you see the Conservatives starting to throw some of that mud back at the NDP?
A little bit. John Rustad keeps calling the NDP liars for misrepresenting some of his platform positions, things around cuts to different services he says he's not making. So for voters trying to keep track of what's true and what's not, you got to do a lot of research here, because both parties are torquing the figures a little bit when it comes to their initial campaign promises. Stacey?
All right. Thanks so much, Rob. And spend some time on the bench before we check in with you again at 6 o'clock. See you soon.